Have you heard about the viral news about these particular cases in Malaysia, or even these particular cases in Malaysia? Okay. Now, the action of the main suspect of both of these cases have made the society wonders and think what may have made them to act inhumanly toward their family. While the case was being talked everywhere, every people have their own opinion on the behavior of the offender itself. Some say it's for the revenge, some say for money, and even for unfairness in the family, and some even say the class even come up with a mind controlling virus. Also, the classical, the most majority of them, some say the offender was crazy and have a mental health problem. Well, I would like to say that some of the point may be right, while some of them maybe not, because of human being itself is a complicated living things. Hello and Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Syafiza Halida Binti Mustafa, and I will be your speaker for today. Now, um, I would like to start our talk with a fun fact. So, did you know that most psychiatric survivors rejected the term of mental illness together? The term are now more preferred to be called in a medical term as a mental health issue, which is moving along with our generation nowadays. While most of the people do know the reason, the reason of mental illness, the majority of them choose to be ignorant about the causes, which are related to our topic for today, is trigger of mental illness. Many know, but how much care? I would like to, for a starter, I would like to press that whatever your issue are big or small, it can cause some effect for yourself and your daily life. So please don't compare your life with other people's life. As there is no single causes of mental health issue, uh, a number of factors can contribute to the risk of you falling into a mental health problem. So I would like to focus on one of the biggest root that can happen to your life, which is a stressful life situation. So what is a stressful life situation? Well, a stressful life situation is can whatever that can happen throughout your life. So, as example that I have here is childhood history of abuse and neglect, and also an ongoing chronic medical condition. So, what is an ongoing chronic medical condition? Uh, eh, so, what is a childhood history of abuse of neglect? So, in 1975, a scientist named Edward Charnick and his friend has developed an experiment that named as the still has shown one of the volunteers for the experiment showing how the baby react to our mother. Um, so the experiment showed that uh, as a child, they doesn't understand anything that happens around them and how the world works. So they learn by looking at adults' face, as they doesn't have any other ways to understand. Imagine if the kids grow up around people who cannot control their emotion and doesn't give any of the attention to the child itself. The child will be very vulnerable to an emotion as they grow up and doesn't really how it works. So, not able to understand and handle emotion, whether it's for ourselves or the people around us, can uh put our mind into an intense stress as we doesn't know how to counter attack the situation. Uh, 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 as for as the result, the child itself will develop many issues depending on how the child is, and how the child cope with the trauma. Some will have trust issue, while either will become a people pleaser as they doesn't want other party to have any discomfort while they were ignoring their own comfort zone. So, moving on to the chronic medical condition. Um, um, Majority of people who have unfortunate situation like this will face with the depression as they feel like their situation cannot be helped or cannot even be cured. Mind me, the state of this will first they will fall into the state of denial as they doesn't want to accept they were sick as they were living throughout their life. This situation can be temporary or long term, determined by the patient and the patient itself and the people around them to help the patient uh, to fight with the mental illness that they develop with alongside with the medical condition that they have and they have right now. So not able to handle our emotion throughout the stress situation will make our chemical in our brain unbalanced, which can lead to our defense system collapse and make our condition our health condition worsen throughout the time. Mm, but I do understand that sometimes this issue cannot be helped, as this is one of the biggest root that can happen to a person, which can lead to a mental health issue. Um, as I said earlier, we do have the we do have the side. As I said earlier, whenever your problem is big or small, it can cost you a price in your life. As people have their own limit in life, we always have to seek help when you're having a stressful life situation. As Leonard Cohen said, and I quote, if there's a crack in everything, that's how the lights get in, which can emphasize that you can understand that even the slightest issue can be a big problem to a certain person. So, um, that's all from me as a speaker for today, and I hope you learned something new for today talk. Thank you.